Welcome back, students. Myself Seema Soroya. I am faculty of Amber International School, as you know. I am an assistant teacher. Now we will continue our chapter. What is democracy? Why democracy? Chapter continue करने से पहले हमने अभी तक क्या क्या पढ़ा है? We have studied definition of democracy, then features of democracy. 4 features में हमने each different countries के example देकर उसको describe किया. Now हम आगे बढ़ेंगे इस चैप्टर में. We will discuss about merits of democracy. Now what do you mean by merits? Merits means advantages of democracy. अगर कंट्री डेमोक्रेटिक है तो उसमें कौन कौन से उसके एडवांटेजेस हैं? So first advantage of democracy is more accountable form of government. What do you mean by more accountable form of government? पहले मैंने आपको बताया था accountable का मतलब होता है answerable, कि गवर्नमेंट आंसरेबल होनी चाहिए कि अगर वो कोई डिसीजन ले रही है, कोई स्टेप ले रही है, कोई लॉ बना रही है तो उसको वहां की अपनी कंट्री के पीपल को बताना चाहिए कि वो उसने ऐसा स्टेप क्यों लिया है. तो अगर कंट्री डेमोक्रेटिक है तो गवर्नमेंट इज मोर अकाउंटेबल एंड विच इज अ पॉजिटिव पॉइंट. सेकंड, इंप्रूव्स क्वालिटी ऑफ डिसीजन मेकिंग. इन अ डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री डिसीजन फटाफट नहीं बनते, क्योंकि पहले अब जैसे हमारा डिसीजन मेकिंग प्रोसेस है, लोकसभा राज्यसभा दोनों सभा से हमें 2/3 की मेजोरिटी डिसीजन को अप्रूवल चाहिए, 50% स्टेट से मेजोरिटी अप्रूवल चाहिए, देन ओनली अ लॉ कैन पास. उसके बाद भी प्रेसिडेंट के वहां पर सिग्नेचर कंपल्शन है. तो इससे क्या होता है कि हमारा जो डिसीजन बन के आता है वो बहुत अच्छा डिसीजन बन के आता है. अगर डिक्टेटरशिप में गवर्नमेंट होती, अगर गवर्नमेंट डिक्टेटरशिप के फॉर्म में होती तो सिर्फ एक पर्सन इन्वॉल्व होता, हालांकि वो डिसीजन बहुत जल्दी लिया जाता, उनमें टाइम कंज्यूमिंग कम होता, बट डिसीजन हमें नहीं पता कि वो अच्छा है या बुरा है. बट इन डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री डिसीजन लेने के लिए बहुत सारे लोग इन्वॉल्व होते हैं तो डिसीजन लेने में टाइम जरूर लगता है, बट एक जो डिसीजन फाइनल निकल के आता है इट इज ऑलवेज गुड फॉर द सिटीजन्स ऑफ द कंट्री. Next, democracy deals with diversity. What it means? As we know, India is a democratic country. Secondly, India is a diverse country. India के अंदर different region के लोग रहते हैं, हिंदू, मुस्लिम, सिख, ईसाई. We have different states with different region, different culture, different food, different wearing. और इन सब different diversity को control करती डेमोक्रेसी. So democracy is best form of government for India. जिसकी वजह से इंडिया के अंदर वायलेंस कम होते हैं. नो परमानेंट विनर और लूजर. ऑब्वियसली अगर हम कह रहे हैं कि सम कंट्रीज डेमोक्रेटिक, फॉर एग्जांपल इंडिया इज अ डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री, देयर आर वेरियस पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज एंड देयर अपोजिशन पार्टी अगेंस्ट रूलिंग पार्टी. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि 5 साल के बाद जब भी इलेक्शन होगा कि जो रूलिंग गवर्नमेंट है वही आगे कंटिन्यू करेगी. नो, देयर इज अ फेयर चांस ऑफ लूजिंग और विनिंग इलेक्शन. Not like in case of Zimbabwe. Okay. Next, democracy allows to correct mistakes. ऐसा नहीं है कि एक बार डिसीजन ले लिया तो उसको वापस नहीं ले सकते. हमारी डेमोक्रेसी के अंदर ये रूल भी है, अगर डिसीजन वेलफेयर सिटीजन्स के वेलफेयर के लिए नहीं हुआ, वहां पर हमें कुछ अच्छे रिजल्ट नहीं मिल रहे हैं या फिर पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट नहीं मिल रहे हैं, तो हम उस डिसीजन को करेक्ट भी कर सकते हैं. तो ये एक अच्छा पॉजिटिव पॉइंट है. दिस इज advantages of democracy. And the last advantage of democracy is democracy enhances the dignity of citizen. Why? Why it is so that democracy advances the dignity of citizens? Because democracy is purely dependent on political equality. अगर कोई पर्सन गरीब है, अगर कोई पर्सन अमीर है, तो ऐसा नहीं कि उनके लिए डिफरेंट पॉलिटिकल लॉज हैं. Political laws is equal to rich person as well as to the poor person. So it also enhances dignity. हमारे एक पर्टिकुलर पीपल ऑफ द कंट्री के आत्मसम्मान को enhance करता है. So in short we can say that democracy enhances the dignity of country and democracy plays a very good role and it has a very positive impact in our country. Okay. स्टूडेंट्स, अभी तक हमने पढ़ी थी मेरिट्स ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी. ओके, अब उसी मेरिट्स में से हम एक एग्जांपल लेंगे, चाइना की फेमाइन कंडीशन विच वाज हैपेंड इन 1958 to 1961. अकॉर्डिंग टू इकोनॉमिस्ट का कहना है कि सेम ईयर्स में फेमाइन कंडीशन इंडिया की भी बहुत ज्यादा खराब थी. अब economically India and China were at the same stage, but वहां पर डिफरेंस किस चीज का है? चाइना वॉज अ कम्युनिस्ट, चाइना हैज अ कम्युनिस्ट गवर्नमेंट, बट इन इंडिया वी हैव अ डेमोक्रेटिक गवर्नमेंट. अगर हमारी कंट्री में डेमोक्रेटिक गवर्नमेंट है तो अपोजिशन पार्टी है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इंडिया के अंदर फेमाइन कंडीशन आई 1958 to 1961. At the same time, we have opposition party to criticize ruling government. So there was a total impact in China. Crores of people were died because of this famine condition, only and only because of Communist Party, which do not respond to the famine condition, and there was no opposition party to save them. And the conditions were totally different in India. In India, we have opposition party to criticize running ruling government. So the problem was not as bad as China. Students, now we will discuss about demerits of democracy. Till now we have studied about, first of all, what do you mean by democracy. Then we have studied the various features of democracy, जिससे हम पता लगा सकते हैं कि कौन सी कंट्री डेमोक्रेटिक है या कौन सी नहीं है. Then we have studied about merits of democracy or advantages of democracy. Now we will study and move forward towards demerits of democracy or disadvantages of democracy. The first point is instability. Now what do we mean by instability? As we know that after every 5 years in India, government is changed. Elections are held, Lok Sabha elections are held. So we can take example of Rajasthan. Like पहले राजस्थान में बीजेपी थी, बीजेपी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी, ऐसा बीजेपी की गवर्नमेंट थी. देन nowadays it is कांग्रेस. तो जो प्लान्स बीजेपी के थे कि जैसे यहाँ पर कंस्ट्रक्शंस करने, जो रिक्रूटमेंट प्रोसेस थी, वो सब जो उन्होंने कंटिन्यू की थी, पर जैसे ही गवर्नमेंट चेंज हुई तो वहां पर उस पर क्या लग गया? स्टे. सो वी कैन से दैट देयर इज अ कंडीशन ऑफ इंस्टेबिलिटी बाय चेंजिंग लीडर्स. So this is first demerit of democracy, that it creates state of instability. Second demerit is no scope of morality. We can see in television, in fact we can see many more things in newspaper, that one political party is criticizing other political party, or opposition party is disrespecting ruling government, so saying some harsh words. By seeing all these things, we get nothing in return. We are not able to get any moral values from all these things. Okay, so this is second disadvantage of democracy. What is this? No scope of morality. जब भी हम दो पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को या फिर कितनी भी जैसे अपोजिशन पार्टी या फिर रूलिंग गवर्नमेंट के बीच में कोई भी हम किसी भी तरह का क्रिटिसिज्म देखते हैं तो हमें लगता है कि ये लड़ रहे हैं, विच पार्टी इज गुड, विच पार्टी इज नॉट गुड. तो एक तरह से हमें लगता है कि देयर इज अ नो स्कोप ऑफ मोरालिटी. नेक्स्ट, elected leaders are not aware about people interest. What does it mean? For example, a person who belongs to city is elected as a leader in rural areas, and he did not know what are the basic interests of the people over there. So the decision which were done by that person or that leader might be wrong because he did not know, he is not aware of interest of the people. So it may lead to the bad decision, or the decision may not be in the welfare of the people who are living in that area. For example, a person who belongs to city is elected as a leader of a rural area, and he is being sent there, and he might be interested in building some complex over there, but the people over there in rural areas want some well, or they want some education system. So it might be result in a bad decision for that elected leader. Corruption. Very well, we all know that corruption is the main root of that demerit of democracy. In democracy, each and every political party wants to win the election by hook and by crook. So it can be lead to corruptions, so that they can do, or there can be a certain thing which may include the one political party to get into the government by paying some interest or by paying some cash, so that they can be elected or they can be voted by the people of that particular area. So these are the some disadvantages or demerits of democracy. Quick review of demerits of democracy. First is instability. As we know, every 5 years government is changed, so it creates a state of instability. Second is no scope of morality. We are not able to get any moral values from all these elections. Third is elected leaders are not aware about people interest. As I have explained earlier, corruption. This is the main root or main disadvantage of democracy. Now the last topic of our chapter 1, which is what is democracy, why democracy, is broader meaning of democracy. Okay, first of all, types of democracy. We have basically two types of democracy: direct democracy and indirect democracy. What is direct democracy? Direct democracy is a type of democracy in which the majority of people make decisions. Okay, people themselves make law. When the majority of people are responsible for making any decision and parliament works on the majority of people decision, this type of democracy is known as direct democracy, because in this type of democracy people are directly involved in decision making process. In ancient times, Greek, Rome are the example of direct democracy. In modern times, Switzerland is an example of direct democracy. Now second one is indirect democracy, which is also known as representative democracy. Okay, in this type of democracy, representatives are elected by people, and they elected by people so that these representatives work on the behalf of people, and they also take care of the needs and the demands of people. So that's why this type of democracy is known as representative democracy. Example: India, France, USA. Representative democracy. Okay, now in India we have number of professions like doctor, teacher, scientist, that fisherman, or we can say various lawyers. Okay, so different profession people are. These all people cannot be present at a particular place, or these millions of people cannot sit in parliament and make decision. Okay, and second thing is this: our country is so diverse and so large that we need a representative for particular region. So their representative go and sit in parliament and make decision for the welfare of their particular region. So this type of democracy is known as representative form of democracy. And in modern times, most of the countries are following this type of democracy. Okay, any queries related to this chapter, please let me know. I will help you. And please revise this full chapter. First of all, you have to learn the definition of democracy and then features of democracy. And basically the four feature, उनके जो एक साथ में मैंने आपको एग्जांपल देके समझाया, जैसे फर्स्ट मेजर डिसीजन बाय इलेक्टेड लीडर्स, उसमें पाकिस्तान का एग्जांपल है. ठीक है. सेकंड, one person, one people, one vote. You have to learn all, you have to revise and you have to learn all these features with the examples. You can summarize with story type of writing. Then you have to learn about the merits and demerits of democracy, and last is broader meaning of democracy. And in between you can also learn that famine condition of China and India in 1958 to 61. Okay, this is all about this chapter, what is democracy and why democracy. Thank you.